Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric. This is the second video on the day. The reaction to the Flyers' big win against Toronto. Flyers have now gone on a 4-game winning streak, and not just a 4-game winning streak, but a 4-game winning streak against the hockey country's teams. They beat Calgary 5-2, Edmonton 4-2, Vancouver 4-1, and then Toronto, who's the best team out of those four, at 4-2 as well. Toronto, heading to last night's game, was 20-11. They were a great team, and we came out and outplayed them for pretty much the entire game, even though they were up going into the third. If you looked at the stats, we outplayed the Maple Leafs, and as Claude Giroux said in the post-game, we had a different challenge this time. The first 3 games of the winning streak, we had the challenge of keeping the lead, and we stood up and we passed that challenge. Now we had the challenge of, in a game that we've actually outplayed them the entire game, a game that they got a couple lucky bounces and they had the lead going into the third. We stepped up and had a huge third period and literally demolished those Maple Leafs in the third, and then got our 2 goals to put us ahead, and then Lawton capped it with his empty net goal. The Flyers had goals by Giroux on that great one-time shot off of the face-off. Then Marleau came down, and again, a lucky bounce. Got a lucky bounce off of Elliott and back. Then JVR scored off of us on a weird deflection goal as well. Then we got our own weird deflection goal back for Travis Konecny, which is huge because TK has been struggling a lot of late, and he's been looking better in the past 2 or 3 games in terms of getting in the offensive zone and creating plays, but he still couldn't get over the hump to get on the score sheet and get a goal. And like Michael Raffl said, who has been scoring very well of late, once you get one in, they tend to come a lot easier. So big goal for Travis Konecny to get him going, which will even help to get the Flyers going further once we get our young goal scorer as him going. Coots had another goal on a great pass from Giroux off of the boards where he didn't even let the puck settle and just sniped it in the top corner. That was a beautiful goal. Then with the empty net, Lawton got the puck and fired it down from about center ice and buried it to seal the game. The Flyers last night played a lot of very good defense. They played tighter defense. Gudas being back in probably helped a little bit, but they played tight defense. Elliott played well enough, and we outplayed them the entire game because if we take a look at the summary, shots in the first period were close. It was 7-6. But then shots in the second period were 14-7. And then shots in the third, like I said, we dominated them in the third, were 18-9. So we doubled their shots in the second and third period. The only period it was close was the first. And we outplayed a great hockey team last night. And the Flyers, again, were a team that were on a huge losing streak, but we were expected to be a decent team this year, and now we're starting to rebound, so hopefully that just keeps going. And we got Buffalo in our next game, and Buffalo's only 8-17-6, and now we're above the 500 mark in hockey terms at 12-11-7, and Buffalo's been struggling very much this year, so we need to take advantage of that tomorrow and take care of Buffalo and take care of business at our home in the Wells Fargo Center. That's the other thing that was huge now that I think about it. We haven't been playing very well at home of late. We've been playing better actually on the road, and we came in and protected our house last night and played phenomenal. It was a great game overall for the Flyers, a very fun game to watch because we outplayed them the entire game. If we're going by stars of the game, the stars of the game last night were Giroux, then TK, then the former Flyer, James Van Riemsdyk, came in third. Total shots for the game were 39-22 us. There was a 56.4 face-off percentage in our favor. The power play, Toronto was 1 for 1. We were 0 for 1. We only got 1. There wasn't much penalties. It was very disciplined hockey. And then penalty minutes again with 2 for each team. Hits, we beat them by 4. We had 22. Blocks, they beat us by 1. And then takeaways, they beat us by 1. But overall, all the stats that were huge, again, capitalizing on our chances, which we got many of, that's a huge stat. And then getting more chances is a huge stat. And then the shots on goal. So any stats that are big and huge, we beat them in tenfold yesterday. That was a fantastic game for the Flyers. That was honestly the best game they played on their 4-game winning streak. And that's something we can just build on and take tomorrow into our home ice again against the struggling Buffalo Sabres and come out and annihilate those Sabres. Let's go Flyers. Let's make it 5 straight now and keep this train rolling. This has been Sports Fanatic News. I'm Joe Boric. This has been a reaction to the Flyers' great wins, their 4-game winning streak, and their great win against the very good hockey team in the Maple Leafs. Have a great day, everyone. Peace out.